5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So this is how we do unilateral tricep extensions. We're going to be working the long head of the triceps. For gear, all you're going to need is actually an ankle cable attachment. My client Danielle and I are both working through some wrist injuries, and so this cable attachment is actually used for glute kickbacks, but it's a wonderful workaround tool to take the pressure off of your wrist and focus on your triceps if you have this issue. Mark Ennis taught Leo and myself this trick at Body Shop Fitness before competing at the NPC Northwest Championships. We busted these out at Yellowstone Fitness this morning and happened to be wearing the same clothes and Titans hats, so we just could not resist making this our YouTube video of the week. Also, these are a very good idea for the end of a good arm workout when your wrists are probably taxed by then. So you don't want to let the endurance of your wrists be the limiting factor in the growth of your triceps. So for weight selection, a little bit goes a long way with these bad boys. So you want to start with about 30 to 40 pounds for your warm-up set, and then ideally you want to work with a weight that you can get around 15 to 20 clean reps for your working sets. For form, you're going to start with your biceps in a fully flexed position like you're doing a bicep curl, and that's going to stretch out your triceps. Then you're going to flex your triceps and pull the cable upward. And a big advantage of using cables is that it gives you constant tension, so it's totally okay to lock out at the top. Also, an advanced technique is that once you have this down, place a partial rep in between each full rep. Unilateral tricep overhead extensions focus on the stretched position of the triceps, so it makes the most sense here to place the partial reps at the lower end of the movement. For reps, don't get too focused on and don't get too carried away with counting reps on this one. Focus on the pump and the pain level of your working arm. So ideally, you should get around 10 full reps and like 10 partial reps in between those, and that's going to count as 10 total reps. So always make sure to start with your weak arm first. Your counting should be like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Trust me, it feels like it's a lot less reps if you count like that all the way to 10 instead of doubling it and counting to 20. That's just a mental trick that helps me get through the exercise. So it's basically like 4/4 time in music if you're using eighth notes, 1 and 2 and. So you want to keep that rhythm and then stop when you've hit concentric failure. After you fail, take a deep breath and then dig deep for a couple more partial reps in the stretch position. Really observe what your weak arm feels like and take note of it. Remember what that feeling is, and that's the same feeling that you're going to look for when you work your strong arm immediately after that. So your weak arm will likely outperform your strong arm if you train in this order so that you can address muscle imbalances if that's something that you have to do. So this should hurt, but oddly enough, it feels kind of euphoric at the same time if you do it right. And what feels even better than that? Results, aka bigger triceps in this case. And you can be sure they will grow as long as you follow the 4 rules of muscle growth. And that is number 1, stimulus. Check, we got that done with this exercise. Number 2 is hydration. Number 3 is protein, 1 gram per pound of lean body mass or more. And then number 4 is rest. Thanks for watching, everybody. Share with a friend if you found this helpful. Make sure that you are following Leo Dawkins on Instagram because he's got another big year of competitions coming up and he's hungry for some more big wins. Catch you next week right here as usual on Skullbellz TV.